Hi and welcome to Silver Soul Tarot. Today we're going to do we're going to take two significator cards and then hit the other tarot to clarify any messages that want to come in. So let's just crack straight on because no one's got time to chat and hang around. Okay, so the two significator cards today are, we've got the Hanged Man and the Knight of Swords. So I don't really want to jump straight into what it could be, but what it certainly will be is some energy that's maybe been a bit stuck. Maybe you've been hanging around waiting for some sort of illumination, some sort of guidance to come. And well, here it comes. The Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight in the deck. It comes in very quickly. As you see here, he's riding on the back of the Pegasus. So it comes flying in. It's like this flash of inspiration that you've been waiting for in this Hanged Man position. Be careful though. I will always give you the I'll give you it all if I can, but be careful. It as quickly as it can come in, it can also leave. So that's just a word of warning out there for someone. Okay, so let's get into it with the other deck and just clarify this a little bit more. Okay, so what is coming flying in? You could have been hanging around waiting for something. I hate using the word waiting because it suggests that you're literally just sitting there twiddling your thumbs, but maybe you've been kind of expecting something to come in. Oh, you got the Magician come flying out. Something you've been manifesting, something you've been working towards. Could be communication. It is the card of Mercury, so communication could be a part of this as well. But with the Magician, he kind of just has everything. He has all the tools at his disposal to create the life that he wants. Okay, we've got those two kind of didn't want to go in. Oh, interesting. Okay, we've got the Four of Swords. So maybe while you've been hanging around and waiting with the Four of Swords, it's about recuperation, you know, it's resting, it's taking care of yourself. You could have been praying, you know, spent a lot of time manifesting and wishing for things and really wanting something so badly. But whatever that is, whatever you've been wanting, it's coming in, okay? So you've got the Lovers and you've got the Fool. Oh my God. So the Lovers is about making a decision. It could be a union. It could be a divinely guided, blessed union from above. And there's this new beginning here with the Fool, okay? But it's kind of like you've made the decision that you've worked hard enough, or maybe the divine has made the decision that you've spent enough time hanging around, healing. Fantastic, I'm glad you've healed, but maybe you don't feel like you've healed enough, but you know, you've been deemed worthy of this because you have done the healing. And here comes that new beginning with the Fool, taking that leap of faith into the unknown. I don't know. Let's see what this means, shall we? Please write in the comments if this resonates with you. Please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because you're gonna you know, this is going to resonate with different people in different ways because you've been doing different things. Okay, well, the Eight of Swords just came over. Okay, that's the card of like being bound up in the head, whether that's yourself putting yourself in that position, you've been blindfolded in some way, and here comes the blindfold being whipped off, you know, because even the Hanged Man down here's covering his eyes. So it's almost like something you can't see, something you won't see. You know, sometimes people can get a bit stuck in their programming that they just won't see something until they're kind of slapped around the face with it, so to speak. But there's going to be some sort of reveal. That's the word that comes to mind. Something's going to be revealed. Okay. Ooh. Let's see, that card wants to come over as well. So that was the Star. The Star is the card of healing. You've been healing. You've been taking this time for yourself to look after yourself and breathe, okay? Because there's something you don't know, which is fine. There's a lot of things that we don't know. Again, maybe you've been pouring this energy into different parts of your life while you've been resting and you've been manifesting. I always say you are the star, okay? We follow the stars, literally, when it comes to navigation as well as astronomy. You know, we always look to the stars as human beings. We look for things outside of ourselves. Maybe you've been making a wish. Did you make a wish upon a star? Let's find out, shall we? You got the Nine of Pentacles. She's all the pre-Empress energy, so she's all about feeling good in yourself, loving yourself. So I feel like you've really taken this time to heal. Healing can be anything. Healing doesn't have to be necessarily an emotional thing or a physical thing or a spiritual thing. It can be all or certain bits. Okay, so you could have just been like remembering who you are, you know, looking after your skin, taking those salt baths. Maybe you've been eating healthier. Whatever it is for you, it's working. Keep doing it. Okay. There's a lot of major arcana on the table. There's a lot of heavy energy. You've got the Two of Cups and the Three of Swords. Okay. You're moving on from a heartbreak. Now, if this is an emotional heartbreak, you've broken up with someone, a lover, a soulmate union. Well, maybe they weren't if you've broken up with them, but okay, that's what you've been working on, that's what you've pulled yourself through. If that isn't the case, it's the fact that you've brought yourself out, you've been healing these wounds, because you want to remove these swords and you want to heal these wounds up. Okay, what it does is it brings in an emotional connection, a twin flame soulmate kind of connection. Okay, because that's what these cards are telling me. It's like you just need to... Ooh. I'll just show you that the Nine of Swords came over, which is about overthinking, it's anxiety, being kept up at night. Okay, so maybe that's what this heartbreak has been doing for you. You know, kind of, it's been more of an intellect in that sense. It's been more something that's played on your mind, maybe more so than kind of agony, but there's some sort of thought process here that could be dying. Okay, but what did come out is the Ace of Wands. That is your new beginning. It's purposeful, it's passionate, it's organic. It's the only suit, the Wands are the only suit where it's not an inanimate object. So you're being offered something organic, something you need to pour energy into to nurture it. Not that you don't do that with the other aces, but the other aces are all inanimate objects. You've got the cup, you've got the sword, and you've got the pentacle. It's like I say that, I don't know if I've said it on any of these videos, but life can only come from life. Life cannot come from death. So that is how I know that the universe is alive. That is how I know this planet is alive. That is how I know everything is alive. Okay. Yes, things can eat dead matter and be given nutrition. If you do eat meat, you are eating a dead animal. Even if you're eating a piece of fruit, it's no longer purely alive because it's been taken from its mothering plant, however you want to word it. So you have to nurture it, you have to feed it, you have to water it, you have to, take care of it. But it's the divine is coming in with this new offer. Okay. Let's take a couple more. It's coming in quickly. There's this new love and union coming in that you've been really it kind of helps you take this leap of faith because you've dealt with the heartbreak. So I wonder if you've dealt with a lot of karmics in the past, people who kind of, they don't do it on purpose. I'm not kind of pointing the finger or blaming anyone, but the energy that comes in is you kind of think, oh, they're like perfect for me, but there's abuse there. Do you mean there's something that's not quite right, and then they leave, and then you cry, you get over them, and then you repeat the pattern. This feels like you've actually taken your time not only to get over a heartbreak, but to actually deal with like the karmic part of that. like you've really taken the time to see what it was that you needed to actually adjust. You really healed. So it's like, because you've done that, you now get the soulmate connection coming in, the true love union, the heaven blessed love. And it's organic, okay? Like I say, it's this organic thing. It's this thing that you can nurture, but you both will do it. You got the Five of Cups there. So the Five of Cups is about, yeah, crying over these spilt milks and the things that you've lost, and that's fine. But don't forget, you haven't lost everything. You just need to sort of like turn around and realise what you've still got. So maybe you've left a relationship where you've left a home, or you know, you kind of had to leave some things behind that was quite upsetting. Of course it will be. Don't ever think that, you know, you can't mourn these things, but because you've healed it, you realise that you've still got these two things. You know, you've still got knowledge and experience that you can draw on, because you've been healing these three that have, these 3 cups. You've got the 2 cups there, 2 cups there. Okay. It is also the one of the cards of moving, as in moving on. Okay, so there could have been some actual sort of like physical movement here. Next we've got out the King of Cups. That's either you or them. Okay, I said it in one of my other videos today that I've recorded, or they won't go up on the same day, but I can't record videos every day. I have a very small window, a couple of times a week to record. If this is you, this is you. Yeah, so if I'm reading for you, this is you. You have, it's only masculine energy. It's got nothing to do with gender. It's just that you've made it to that point where you've dealt with all this heartbreak, and now you're fully in control of your emotions. You're not going to let anyone walk all over you just because, you know, he smiled or she smiled sweetly at you. You're like, no. I've dealt with that. I don't need that. That was something that kept playing out, and I can see now, and I can push that away when that comes in. If I'm reading for the other person coming in, so this is your King of Cups coming in, or if I'm reading that for someone coming in, it means that they're very close. That your energy is extremely close to their energy, or their energy is extremely close to your energy. Because I set the intention to read for the person watching, but if I'm picking up on somebody else coming in, it's because they are very close to coming in. Okay. And the last cut is Queen of Cups. I won't take any more because I think we're just going to be jinxing it after that. But there's the Queen of Cups, okay? So here's your divine coupling. Okay, you've got the King and the Queen coming into union. So it doesn't matter whichever one you resonate with. This is your true love, soulmate connection coming in. I'm so happy for you. I'm going to wish you all the luck in the world and all the love in the world with this one. I'm going to take just one cheeky little healing mantra just to close out the energy, and for any last messages that want to come through. But I'm going to say, well done. Whoever this is for, you've put in so much work in the background. You've healed, you've taken your time, you've manifested, and you've brought in this beautiful love connection. And it's uncovering confidence. I am the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. Yeah, I think that's what you've learned. I think that's what you took your time to learn, is that it's not external, it's internal. You've worked on yourself, which has raised up your other half. I say not particularly specifically liking that term, but your soulmate, your twin flame, as you've healed, you've raised them up. As they've healed, they've raised you up. It's like you've worked energetically together, and now you're going to come into you've worked on the 5D together, and now you're going to join in the 3D together. I'm going to wish you all the luck in the world and say thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.